in loving memory of those who are forever present in our hearts. Antonio Catala, past patron. Greetings. Greetings show courtesy. In the Order of the Eastern Star, the formal greeting in the chapter room is described on the pages of our instruction books. But outside the chapter room, the greeting maintains its natural importance. Our members are used to expressing their cordial greetings. The greeting in the order happens regardless of whether we have been formally introduced to our interlocutor or not. The greeting includes from the physical contact to the distance signal, but it must always be manifested as a preamble, support, or farewell to any communication, be it personal, telephone, electronic, or by letter. Perhaps where we find more variance in the greeting is on the physical, personal plane. For example, greeting a sister or brother from a chapter we visit for the first time exposes our education. Frequently, the greeting between the members of the order is a fraternal hug. I think that there is no more sincere act, especially when it is an open hug that we will talk about later. When I was meditating on today's topic, I discovered there are many types of hugs, such as the one customary by men giving strong slaps on the back as a manifestation of strength and virility. Or those half hugs that are done with one arm. A lot of reluctance, the desire to run away that barely touches the interlocutor, which certainly expresses disinterest. There are also those hugs that accommodate the forearms rigidly towards the front at an angle of 90 degrees, trying to limit an approach distance. They seem to scream, "You won't pass from here." Searching the memory, we find the hug that a father gives his children when he perceives them to be worried. Even without words, this gesture provides them with affection, reassurance, and protection. We also have the compassionate hug that we can give to a friend in difficulty. This hug offers our shoulder, with one arm placed at the height of our elbow and the other on the shoulder of the person we wish to comfort, as if drawing a diagonal line with our arms, like a seatbelt that proclaims, "You are safe with me." But of all the types of hugs that may exist, the open hug is the one that decants a series of emotions. Our arms move away and expose our chest, the most important place in our body that guards our heart, like a delicate chest that protects the treasure. We face each other without defense, with complete confidence. Then, chest to chest, hug each other, joining in a single act, trying to bring our feelings together. There are many studies that affirm that the simple act of hugging a person stimulates in our body the production of a series of chemical compounds that contribute to the feeling of well-being in the participants. We often greet with a handshake. The handshake occurs in two circumstances. One, as a greeting when meeting two familiar people and as a sign of farewell, and two, to seal a deal. In both cases, the hand offered is the right, even left-handed people. The correct way is to extend the arm a few inches to the front, leaving the forearm straight at an angle, with the palm of the hand fully open so that the thumb is facing up. Then, our hand and the interlocutors are completely joined so that the thumbs can be linked, finally making a small upward and downward movement. The handshake should be gentle but firm and decisive. That is, do not leave the hand slack. Let us also remember that there was a time when Christians could not reveal their faith. When they wanted to identify with someone they did not know very well, they would greet the person by drawing half of the fish symbol on the palm of their hand. The other person would respond by doing the other half if he was a Christian. Some think that the gesture of the handshake dates back to the Middle Ages, where knights extended their open hands to show that they were not holding a weapon and that their gesture was of a peaceful nature. As you can see, it is not only in the order that the handshake is important, also in daily life. A handshake is our letter of introduction. It reveals traits of our personality. Let us surely affirm with the handshake what we want to project. Depending on the circumstances, the members of the order greet each other with a slight bow. That is, with a slight bow of the head as a sign of recognition and respect. Depending on our level of familiarity, the members of the order can greet each other with a kiss in the cheek. This kiss can be expressed only in intention. That is, the cheeks will just touch, but without experiencing real contact. Also, there will be some more expressive kisses with those whom, in addition to the fraternal bond that unite us, we cultivate bonds of friendship. It will not be strange to observe in this case an affectionate but respectful kiss on the cheek. In a kiss or in a hug, the vital space is shared. Energies are shared with you. Perhaps a small kiss could slip on the lips, affectionate and brief, but French or very passionate kisses are totally out of place. The activities of the order are not the right place for these expressions of couples' love. Greetings in the Middle Ages carried the social commitments of the time. For example, the gentleman who kissed a lady was obliged to marry her. Nowadays, the rules are not so drastic, and the kiss has become a very used way of greeting. When we visit other regions, we must remember Europeans usually give 2 kisses on both cheeks. Eastern cultures are the ones that least use the kiss as a form of greeting. In Latin America, the most characteristic greeting is the kiss on the cheek, or the handshake between men. In Australia, the usual form of greeting among men is to shake hands. In the case of women, if they have just met, you can choose to reach out or kiss on the cheek if they consider it appropriate. In the United States, kissing is a rare form of social greeting, but it is prevalent among some members of the Order of the Eastern Star. Always consider that in the West, the most common greeting among people who have just met is a handshake. Greetings, especially in the order of the Eastern Star, are essential to establish communications at the appropriate level. They are important because from the first contact, we identify ourselves, we recognize each other, and by establishing our energies as in a sacred act, we will have the strength and power to create, to influence the universe, to forge a better future for all. Because where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. May the brightness of the Eastern Star always remain in our hearts. Until our next program.